Welcome to the video. Today's fashion haul is all things Freemans. It's so difficult when you're all plus size because you cannot find the availability of those larger sizes in store. So predominantly I do lots of my shopping online. It's so exciting to get that package, open it up and see all those beautiful patterns and prints that you have selected. Can't guarantee that everything's going to fit me today, but let's see, shall we? My name is Susan and this is Susan's Sweet Life. So the first things that caught my eye are these wide leg waisted trousers. I think the colour's coming up nicer on the screen than in real life. I would call it quite a pale beige, sort of washed out colour. But for £17, I don't think that's too bad a price. Huge, really deep band, almost sort of paper bag waist because it's got this frill on the top. Quite substantial, elastic there. But they stop it either side here so that this tie is just there over this, obviously a mock flap there. Very nice. Let's hope they aren't too long. To go with the trousers, I ordered this snake print top. I know this was reduced to a really good price. Oh, £12 again in a size 22. A nice silky feeling to this one. Definitely viscose. Quite a short, boxy shape. Sometimes I would prefer a little bit longer because you can see how much wider it is than longer. That just makes you look wider rather than longer. There is a zip at the back. You can hardly call that concealed, can you, in this black print. Loving these sleeves, like this dress that I've got on, quite a puff that sort of squares out my shoulders. Don't think these sleeves are going to be quite long enough to cover my bingo wings, but they've certainly got that nice little bit of puff there and that elastic. But plain round top, quite a high top as well. Maybe tucked in with those trousers, if they're forgiving enough, will look quite nice. But I thought you can't go wrong with a really nice neutral outfit. Some white cotton 3/4, although they just call them white trousers. I'm sure you're seeing the side by side of the website picture. You can see that they are supposed to be quite cropped. They have a tiny bit of stretch to them. There are some faux pockets on the back, but on the front there are some real patch pockets. And I'm looking inside. Yeah, they are definitely faux. But those faux pockets has meant that this extra strip is on the back. Is that going to show through the back part? I think it may. 50-50 on the sizing. 98% cotton, 2% elastane. That tiny amount of stretch. No elastication to the waistband, but my biggest issue will be across that tummy. Always the optimist trying on a pair of white trousers. To go with those white trousers, I ordered this sort of asymmetrical hemmed top in this really nice deep forest green colour with this bold white floral pattern. You can see where it dips down at the front and at the back. I thought that was going to be flattering because obviously when you're wearing a tighter pair of bottoms, you need the top to be a little bit bigger, a little bit more flowy. Got a really nice shaped sleeve there. There's a lot of stretch in this fabric and it is definitely man-made. 95% polyester, 5% elastane. Not sure that would be breathable enough really, because of the hot weather we're getting and the fact it's got long sleeves. So I'm hoping that that white and green with that white combination will look good. Okay, look at this absolutely gorgeous colour. I love blue, especially like this cornflower sort of royal blue. Now this dress was £29 and they describe it as a bridesmaid's dress. Wow, wouldn't some bride be absolutely chuffed to get all her bridesmaids dresses for £29? I was hoping it was just going to be a nice maxi dress for me. It's got a really long split at the front, and again in that stretchy polyester. It's really, I love the colour. That is what is attracting me to it. And rather a plunging V there with these little fluttery sleeves, and then you've got this band here that crisscrosses over the front and then just sort of hopefully emphasises your narrowest point, your waist, but also tries to alleviate any of that sort of paunchy look. I just thought that is such a bargain. Mango dress. Now this dress came in a couple of different colours, and you may see that with all the different side by sides. Some of these items did come in different colours. I know the white trousers came in a pale blue, for example. This came, I think, in a black and white and maybe a plain black colour too, but for the summer. Oh, this is good quality cotton. Lined bodice, I like that, and the back is shirred elastic, just one layer there, hopefully to keep it cool. I love the sleeves. Again, I'm a fan of that big sort of puffy sleeve, and this goes down to an elastic area there. It's the colour. You know I am a sucker for a bright colour. Gathering here is not just random where they've just sort of elasticated it. It feels like they have deliberately put those pleats with deeper ones in the middle, going out smaller to each side to help hopefully be more flattering. It's got a nice skirt, one tier on the end. It's definitely a floral pattern, a big bold floral pattern, big flowers, big leaves, big stems. I like in this. £24.50, and like everything I've shown you today, in a size 22. So let's try all these goodies on, shall we? Push that subscribe button and ensure that you get notified every time I put a video out. If I can adjust you so you can see how awful this is. I'm going to concentrate on the top first. It's too small. Whether it is the fact that this is so stretchy and I would rely on something that was quite large and wasn't so stretchy to cover me, I'm not sure. I like the V at the front because it does what I want it to do. It sort of doesn't broaden me and it takes your eye down into that V. So I quite like that, and the way it scoops up on either side. You know I don't like this bit. I suspect it is clinging quite badly. I've got enough play in it, but not enough. Like the size of this collar, that is scooping enough to be flattering, not revealing, and I can show a nice necklace and not feel that I'm missing a V tremendously. A V is obviously the most flattering shape, but sometimes, like, I think it would distract from this pattern almost. The sleeves, a little bit clingy, but that sort of a flared bottom sleeve there, it's not so extreme that it gets in your way. It's a 3/4 length sleeve. You could probably get away with doing the washing up with this on, but I don't know. Should the longest point be at the back, or should it be, you know, pointing down the arms to give that illusion? If I didn't mention it, let me get up close enough. There is actually this end panel here, this just green panel is in a double layer of chiffon fabric, but it matches it in absolutely beautifully. I didn't even notice till I put it on. The white pattern, beautiful. I quite like it. Verging on a little bit frumpy maybe, but the trousers are such a flop. Now if you can see something here, that is the waistband hanging down. I was not able to do it up, so I'm actually bursting out, and usually I like to say, oh, I've got lots of room in this. Definitely not in these. Positives, the length is good. I'll turn around and I'll show you what oh my gosh, you just want to hoik them up. Whatever the crutch to the top seam is just not sufficient. They are definitely hipster style, and obviously, as that's my biggest point, this size 22 is not fitting me. Even if they had been longer, I think I would have had a lot of issues doing up that zip. Definitely made for those people that like to wear things on their hips rather than on their natural waist. These are definitely not high-waisted, and they're definitely not for me, I am afraid. These two items, instant returns. The top has surprised me. Yes, it is definitely boxy and probably what I would term cropped, because I haven't got no choice but to expose whatever I'm wearing on the bottom and my tummy. But it seems to sit at that nice length, so it comes over the waistband, doesn't come across my widest point, and if I want to tuck it in, I'm not going to have huge amount of bulk underneath the waistband. Loving the feel of this. It is a really soft textured sort of satin, quite lightweight, and just look at the bounce on those sleeves. That elastication there and that lining is doing a really excellent job of bringing those shoulders up. Don't mind that round neck there. I can put a necklace over the top, but I think you can see, because of this snake print pattern with its sort of whiter bolder, a sort of stripe down here, I feel that people's eyes, my eyes anyway, are getting drawn down. Do you know what? This might be a keeper. I certainly like it. It's not clinging here because of the nature of the fabric, but I've got an issue. What would I wear on the bottom? I think the colour matches in nicely with these trousers that I chose to wear with them. The length, yes, too long, but easily sorted because it's in this lightweight cotton. I often say, if clothes don't work for me, I can't be bothered to work for them. In this instance, I know that's going to be a 15-minute job just to maybe cut off a little bit off the length and just hem them. The waistband, that strong elastic is doing a good job of sort of bringing it in. I've got room to stretch it out. It doesn't feel too tight. So often I hate these type of ties at the front. Why do you want all this dingly dangly here? And if you put it in a knot, why? You do have to wonder, don't you? Maybe it would have just been better if they had just maybe not done anything at all. I think instantly that looks better. And because they're wide leg, when I stand to the side, they are flowing down nicely. It's not like it's cupping my belly and emphasising it. My bum, I always say I've got a bigger tum than bum. That's nicely encased. It doesn't feel that I've got lots of excess fabric there. even though they're wide-legged, I think they hang very, very nicely. I just feel that the pockets aren't hanging positively. You know, maybe I could have just done with a little bit more fabric give in this section here, just so the pockets went together. But of course, when you've got your hands in your pockets and invariably you put something in them, you're not going to notice, are you? Let me just pull this out the way. I like how the way it skims down over the tummy. I think these could be a really important pair of trousers for your summer wardrobe. So how are you enjoying this video about how clothes, what they look like on a website, actually fit and flatter a plus size woman? Do the designs flatter me? Are they too frumpy? Are they too young? How can you tell when you're looking online? And this is the preface of this video. It's me trying to help you out so you don't waste your time, your energy or your money making orders like I do that just don't turn out to be successful. Or will this one? This, without doubt, is an absolute gorgeous dress. And if you've got 5'4" bridesmaids or a little bit shorter or taller, this is the perfect length. If you've got a 6 foot size bridesmaid, the dresses might look a little bit odd because the 6 foot obviously is going to come to about there. I absolutely love this dress. If I had another cruise booked, if I didn't already have a wardrobe full of long line occasion dresses, I would keep this dress. I think from the front it is so flattering. What I hadn't appreciated is it's got this extra flap here where they've put a seam in down here and then it just flows over, hides totally any of those tummy bulges, and that crossover there just does what I thought it was going to do. Just sort of emphasises the waist and sort of takes your eye up to this V. Lovely little fluttery sleeves. Obviously doesn't hide my bingo wings. Sort of a slit there is a little bit daring, dare I say. It sort of comes up to the mid-thigh, a couple of stitches to just bring that fabric together and you're not going to notice that at all. Now, the fabric means that it doesn't hang without clinging, and I think you can see, although it is exquisitely sort of flattering at the front, when I turn to the side you can see this line here and on the back here. It's encasing me a bit like a sausage in its skin, really, let's be honest. But it is a beautiful dress nonetheless. It's just not hitting all the marks for myself. Put your vote in the comments below now, please. Did I save the best till last, or did I not save the best till last? Well, don't need a drum roll to show you that no, I did not save the best till last, and I'm afraid it is because it's too small for me. I think if I had a size 24, this would be absolutely perfect. But in this size 22, it is just so tight around the bodice. Let's start at the top. Loving the sleeves. This big square neckline, little bit exposing of my underwear there, but that's easily sorted, isn't it? And again on the back there, you can see it's just booshing up a little bit more, and now I'm a little bit concerned about how I'm going to get this off, to be perfectly honest, because I'm here on my own and I could really do with somebody tugging it off me. The length, oh, isn't it so typical that the length would be absolutely perfect on me, just sort of coming to my mid shin. Obviously, if you're taller, it's going to be shorter. If you're shorter than my 5'4", it's going to be longer. But for me, that is the perfect length. Looking in the mirror, I'm sorry, I don't think I've focused enough on you in the camera today. Loving this bold print. And this is one of those crisp cottons. I mean, you can't see, can you, my dark underwear through this? Even though it is tight and sort of stretched over me. And you can see this sort of gather here where it's just not lying straight, is it? Very tempted to order this up in a size because I just think the pattern is just so summery and so sort of really nice. But thank you so much for watching this entertainment video, and I do say that my videos are entertainment. It's just me critiquing the clothes and what I look like them, just basically you watching me try on clothes. If this is something that you would like to see more of, come back and see me again, why don't you push that subscribe button, and then you will know every time I put out a video. But if not, just give me a thumbs up, maybe leave me a comment below, but most important of all is that you just come back and see me.